Who do we think the informant is? I'm gonna throw a curveball and say I think that it's Madeline. It would be the most unexpected and possibly the most interesting. She's shrewd and interesting enough that maybe, just maybe, she would turn on everybody she cares. No, you know what? Actually, as I'm saying it out loud, I don't think she would ever turn on Rodrick after the entire life that they spent together. I don't know though, maybe? Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. I'm Chris and I'm excited to continue watching The Fall of the House of Usher. Today we're hopping into episode 2, and one thing is crystal clear. Mike Flanagan is doing what Mike Flanagan does best, which is taking, well, in this instance, a whole mismatch of Edgar Allan Poe and mixing it together into what I believe is going to be an incredible, incredible story. At least it is off to an incredible start. The family dynamics of the House of Usher are like nothing I've seen. It's certainly, well, I think it's dangerous to be in the House of Usher at the moment, certainly after a bounty, more or less, has been placed on the informant. Do we think all of the deaths of the 6 children were supernatural, related to Verna, the mysterious woman that Rodrick has been seeing? I don't know, perhaps 1 or 2 of them are natural, based off the bounty and the informant. Anything could happen in this show. That's how I feel. I won't pretend like I know the names of all of the characters in this show. Maybe by the end, I'll be a little bit closer, but I am excited to dive into episode 2. So let's experience or continue experiencing the fall of the House of Usher for the very first time. What is this?
You know, I read a story once about a guy who diddled dead bodies, but never heard of taking the body with him when they're done.
Oh, no, you don't. I told you if I saw you again.
I'm just leaving.
Don't push me, Mr. Dupin. I told you before, this
No,
is serious
Dupin.
business.
That's Carl Lumbly, but younger.
I gotta tell the police captain again why one of my guys is impersonating a police officer.
Not my fault. The guard made some assumptions. Must be the code.
Oh, you think you're funny?
5 graves exhumed in the last
What?
4 weeks. 5 corpses missing.
How?
All people who were part of that drug
Oh,
trial.
that's shady as heck.
The people in charge of making us healthy make us sick. This world needs changing.
Oof.
Say you win. What would you say?
Was it ever going to be enough?
He's been on this for 40 years.
I've talked to a lot of people who've taken your drugs.
Man.
I'm not responsible. If people abuse Ligadone, this is an old and boring argument. Do you know how much Ligadone my wife takes every day? She's fine.
Wasn't your wife a heroin addict before you met?
She is a success story from every angle, I agree.
It was highly addictive. You marketed it non-addictive anyway because you wanted more than the hundreds of millions you were pulling before Ligadone hit the market.
It's never enough.
Was it ever going to be enough?
No.
That's an idiot question. Of course not. But we aren't here to talk about that. We are here to talk about...
Yeah, he made you turn around.
What?
He got you.
my son,
What is he seeing now? I assume
Prospero.
before he was seeing his mom behind him, now he's seeing his son, maybe?
I know how Prospero died. Are you saying that was somehow your fault?
I know you think you know how that happened, but you don't. The first thing you have to understand about my son is that he was, if nothing else, crazy.
Oh no. Oh no. Not what I expected us to cut to. So what makes him crazy? The fact that he wanted to open a nightclub?
Good morning.
We haven't slept yet.
Hey, where are my eggs? Did you eat my eggs?
Do you care their eggs?
Apparently, yes, he cares a lot.
They were gull's eggs, foraged from Key Haven marshes. They're only in season for about 3 weeks a year. If I push this in, you can't take it out.
That's crazy.
Babe, no one touched your eggs.
Here they are.
Man, get him some coffee, quick.
I'm still pissed your dad didn't go for the club idea.
Every kid in the family gets their nest egg investment. It's like a given. He makes it sound like a gift, but it's not. It's a trick. He puts you under his ugly ass thumb, and you might never get out.
Maybe we dodged a bullet.
Sorry, I'm late. I got
Oh my gosh, okay.
hit by a truck. What's this?
This is a collection of condemned Fortunato testing facilities that are not compliant, or worse, leaking toxins into the groundwater.
We found evidence of buried toxins. Heavy metals including arsenic, benzene, chromium, mercury, and lead. One site in particular had such a highly acidic concentration
Sorry,
that...
yes, that's bad.
You're acknowledging these findings?
He is not, and you know that, Peter.
If this one is ours, I want to see it. It's perfect for this idea I had.
Can I talk to you?
Oh, boy.
Can I talk to you for a moment?
He's still chasing his idea.
What are you doing?
I'm getting to know the family business, like Dad said.
You're supposed to be shadowing me. Shadows don't talk. He talks. You don't talk. I know you're the mole. I know it. And when I can prove it, I'm gonna serve you up to Dad on a silver platter.
You don't discuss that in the building, Frederick.
Not the... You know, I don't think mole is the right word for it, but I'm not the informant. We're throwing a party tomorrow night. No holds barred. Anonymous debauchery social event.
It's a pop-up club.
The pop-up club. And to get on the list, you pay a serious membership fee.
Who's on the roof? No one's on the roof? I was gonna say it was Batman, but did it look like a blonde in a red jacket? Oh, the heart failed.
Putting it in if she can still make it. Lower adrenaline.
Her monkey.
What? No.
I am sorry.
Mark it.
This, like, we're gonna lose funding in 6 months.
And if she lived, the whole trial would be poisoned.
Because the adrenaline.
The last thing we should be talking about right now is human trials.
Agreed.
The monkey's fine, right?
Yeah, it's,
Monkey's not fine.
I need this viable in humans, and a lot sooner.
Like 6 months.
What? Okay, why?
You just ask me why. You let me worry about why, and you worry about results.
I need this to work.
Why? Is it for himself or?
I'm not a cartel. I can't supply your whole rave.
But you know people who move that kind of weight. I just want this thing to be epic. Dad doesn't believe me, and the rest just make fun of me. I blow the roof off this thing, and I print 7 figures out of thin air. Maybe I get a fraction of the respect that's supposed to come with this name.
All right, this is beneath you, and you're gonna kill it. But you're better than all of this.
That is helpful.
And the minute you figure that out, bruv, you're gonna be unstoppable.
He said it better than Rodrick did. But it's what he wants right now, so here we are.
I'm sorry, if somebody talked to the feds, they were really smart about it.
I know. The Ushers aren't idiots, except Perry.
They really don't like him.
Nobody's in court today? We won't show up again, most likely. If we sit there, it gives them credibility, but we will be watching every second. You better believe it.
On mute.
Still thinking Victorine's the informant? Maybe. There's something that stinks about Vic's clinical trial.
I mean, I guess it's not her based on the effort she's putting into investigating the other family members.
I mean, I hate my sister too.
Zip it, buddy.
Never mind, forget I said anything.
I will. You know what? I will need both of you tonight before dinner.
I'm thinking we get everybody on the dance floor and turn on those sprinklers, make it rain. Yo, how's the water?
Well, tap's off. The municipal line's closed off.
What about the sprinklers?
Those are dry. I can call the city, see if we can tie into the municipal line.
Nope, you don't want to draw attention to what you're doing.
You know, these testing facilities need their own filtered water. You guys saw those tanks on the roof. Cool, we just tie in, like hooking up a hot tub. You guys remember the golden rule? Whoever has the gold
makes the rules.
Makes the...
I love that they just cut away.
It was in a comic book. And the cover...
Oh, see, I see someone now. Who's that back there?
Making a
They
proclamation.
look burned.
Remember the golden rule.
Is it Prospero?
Whoever has the gold makes the...
That was very close. It's disturbing as heck.
Have you ever heard of catastrophic? It's a hereditary form of vascular cognitive impairment. Before it kills you, it causes symptoms very much like dementia. Can even cause hallucinations. There's no cure, you know. And the 5-year prognosis, the medications, the antipsychotics, the beta blockers, the stimulants, no thank you. So really the only hope is preventative. An experimental new smart heart mesh that offers real-time diagnostics of major blood vessels in the brain. Might buy some time.
But not if it doesn't work.
All of this really starts there, in that office, with Rufus Griswold.
I just need him to dig!
Mr. Griswold is right for you.
It didn't sound like he was ready, but here we are.
This is your time. Third quarter projections.
No, sorry, I'm Rodrick Usher. I have a presentation.
This is a pitch?
Do you want me to reschedule?
No, let's do it.
Ligadone.
Aha.
A reformulated opioid coated in a proprietary synthetic to slow absorption. No side effects. Non-addictive. This whole industry has always been about pain management. Well, this is about pain erasure. And this is the first pill in history for all of us.
Well, darn it, if it's not a good pitch.
You work in this building?
I do.
Where?
I'm on sub 2.
So you're in the mailroom.
I'm in the communication logistics office.
A world without pain. That's pretty good.
That's not just good, it's imminent.
Well, the drugs, it's a dirty business. I'm cleaning up a huge mess as we speak.
But on the other side of all that,
Medical devices, on the other hand. Now that's our bread and butter.
how many people need that cardioverter defibrillator we spent millions developing? A strong, universal, non-addictive painkiller. We're talking 1,000 times that easy.
He's gonna pass, make the greatest mistake of his life.
This is how you change the world.
We're gonna do it.
Yes, of course, you'll make billions doing this, that's true. But that's not why you do it.
Heck of a pitch, kid.
Well,
Of course not. Not till 1980. Turn of the year.
So our desk, smaller picture.
Who's that?
Our mom's.
I was glad to have some time with your wife. I think today's the most time I've spent with Annabelle.
Annabelle.
And you're seeing me at my best.
Oh, thank goodness. The chaos was almost too much for me.
Maybe it's time to move on from that place. I mean, I know there's a connection for you there because of your mom and I guess your dad, too.
Oh, you told her.
It was many and many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabelle Lee.
What's happening?
Some quality poetry, okay?
I quit my job today. You'd think developing a single chip microprocessor would earn you a little respect, but no, still just a boys club.
I'm proud of you.
Both of you.
You took a big swing. And Madeline, you're a genius. You took a step out of a bad situation.
An algorithm is just a finite sequence of well-defined instructions to solve a problem or perform a computation. With computers, we could use them for anything. That tiny little man in his big office, we are going to change the world. And if Fortunato won't help us get there, we will trample them on our way.
Annabelle doesn't care for that kind of talk.
When you get going, you get going. You finished the journal.
Every day for 4 months, like you said.
It's intense.
The algorithm's gonna worm its way through the internet. It's gonna grab everything it can. Your Facebook, your Instagram.
And then it makes another me.
A virtual you that thinks like you, talks like you.
That's so cool.
No.
I gotta look at Perry's bank statements. His spending's dropped a bit in the last few months. Spending more cash.
Which can mean one of a few things. He's dealing, pimping, or... Do the feds still pay in cash? The government was always cash in my day.
surprise, let's go.
Come in, sweetheart.
But she's in. And she was surprised.
Grandma?
I'm sure she doesn't like that.
No, jeez, no, never again. I'll hate you.
How was your day?
Good, just visiting Nana Madeline.
Oh, that's right. She's turning
Don't
into
threaten to hit
a video game or something.
Oh.
I like Annabelle better. What happened to Annabelle?
I just had to drop this off for Rodrick.
Your dad was hard on him, too, when he came up. Freddie can be... Even when he loves you, Freddie can be... Freddie? What?
I'm throwing a party. Tonight.
You wouldn't invite her, would you?
At midnight, the rain's gonna fall, and we're all gonna dance and feel more alive in 5 minutes than Freddie ever will. You should come.
Interesting move.
Harry, that's insane.
No, it's not. I still see that fiery, free-spirited goddess in there. No one will ever find out.
That's your sister-in-law, bro.
How dare you? I'm your brother's wife.
I'll send you an invite. Yeah?
Big swing.
I'll send it on this. It's a burner. Password 666999. Wait for a text or, I don't know, throw it away.
Your choice.
It's up to you.
Dang. Kid's got guts.
Hi, come on in. I'm sorry about the schedule shenanigans. So I am thinking a romantic dinner tonight.
What a weird arrangement. And she's just gonna sit and watch?
Go ahead.
Again,
How was your day?
Weird arrangement.
Let me pour you a glass of wine so you can relax. You look beautiful tonight.
Don't get caught halfway working out.
Nothing concrete yet.
Damn it, Toby. Toby, damn it. His name used to be right there on the sign. When we were kids, he called it Rue Zoo. We got older, we know better. Called it Rue Morgue.
Aha.
There's rumors they're using some kind of
Ruzu is catchier, but less accurate.
We have 3 pickups a week. Maybe we look into that.
One good thing about having a profile article is we can use it to get a little access.
Again, interesting arrangement with who I thought were just her employees.
She's up to something.
Hey, you two. So I'm headed out.
So she is gonna go.
What time will you be back?
I don't know. Nance is feeling pretty rough, so the girls are gonna take her out and try and cheer her up.
No metal beyond this point. Absolutely no phones or cameras beyond this point.
Oh, he's like enjoying his kingdom. Look at what I've created. Oh. He's elated that she came.
You came?
I don't know you.
Try one of the bedrooms. We have 12 of them.
Is that a camera? Is that a camera feed? Is he getting blackmail on people?
That isn't who I think it is.
Yeah, this is the real business. This party's worth 2.5, but this footage, after the rain starts, it's worth a whole lot more.
That's not a legitimate business idea. I mean, none of this really is, but this is insane. That's straight up crime.
I mean, own him for the rest of...
That's why he invited her. Frick. One thing I can say with absolute certainty, all this business, 100% not my scene in any way. She was on the roof earlier, right? Now in a skull mask. Who is she? Do we think this is an actual person, or maybe some supernatural event, or maybe someone connected to another part of the family? Is she leading him into a trap? Possibly to his death? I don't know.
Who are you?
I thought you'd never catch up.
Oh, that's the girl from New Year's Eve, but blonde.
You can take off your mask, Prospero.
I would point out she doesn't look 40 years older.
Is it everything you wanted it to be?
Not yet.
Nearly realized is the sweetest, and there's still time.
To what?
To stop it.
Ooh, interesting.
Things like this have consequences. Take you, for instance. Someone, a long time ago, made a little decision, and then another, and then a big one, and then one of absolutely no importance. You were born. You were the consequence of a harmless choice made by someone in a moment where you didn't even exist. And that choice defined your whole life. You are consequence, Mary.
Ooh.
And tonight, you are consequential.
Uh-oh.
We could have had fun, you and me.
Wait, then that's young.
Oh, poor guy. Doesn't know what's about to happen. I mean, I don't know what's about to happen, but I don't think it's gonna be fun for him.
You are a pretty little thing.
What? She just like instantaneously is over there in her cloak. Okay. He wasn't as dead or as immediate as I suspected, although I still think that's might be where... Oh my gosh, what if this whole place burns and they all... Like, what if it's not water they hooked up? What if it's gasoline? That's what I think's about to happen. And maybe a few people know what's going on as they slip out.
Go now.
Oh, I'm thrilled that she's gonna slip out by prompting from some kind of supernatural being, I believe. Get out while you can. If she doesn't leave, it's her fault. Here it goes. The question would be, did she leave or not? They're screaming. Oh, what if it's not? What if it's not water or gasoline? What if it's acid? And they're locked in, trapped, burning, flesh, dying. Oh no! That's so... I think that might be worse, or at least comparable to being burned alive. Oh no! Oh, their flesh is literally melting before our eyes. Well, this party's over. Oh. What a nightmare. Consequence.
Beautiful boy.
Wild. Wonder if putting that mask on him holds some significance to Rodrick. Did Frederick's wife get out? That's the episode? It's over? I mean, yeah, what more would you want after that horrifying scene? I assume she left. Just staying. Well, we certainly, I think, learned more about the habits and preferences of some of the Usher family members than I anticipated learning today as Rodrick continued to tell his story. At its core, this episode was all about Prospero, and I suspect moving forward, each episode may, in fact, continue to revolve around one of the family members' deaths. Right? The first episode was an introduction, and then we have 6 episodes, one for each death, and then one final episode to wrap it all up. That is the format I am predicting this show will follow. Now, the show doesn't have to follow any format, so really anything could happen, but that's my expectation as of now. I think that would be a nice way to do it, to help me just like wrap my mind around all of the mini characters, if kind of each episode focuses on like a different batch of them, because this is a huge cast and a huge story. And now, at least, I think I've got Prospero, aka Perry, more or less down. So, okay. I'm doing all right with names, actually. I feel fairly good about it. This episode was wild. Certainly, I feel like I was exposed to things me and my sheltered little life have never experienced before. And I'm curious, you know, I see certainly why August, I have forgotten his last name, but I certainly see why he says this Prospero's death was not the fault of Rodrick, but we saw Verna, as her name was listed on IMDb. We saw the woman from New Year's Eve that Rodrick was talking to, and clearly that night is the linchpin of this whole thing. And so something happened then that is affecting Prospero now. He's a consequence, and I may not know the full story. I may not know exactly what all of that means, but I certainly can see why Rodrick believes the death was his fault. So, I mean, certainly the question has to happen. Was it always going to be acid that rained from the ceiling, or was her involvement the direct cause of that? Also, it seems like a lot of important and influential people died. I wonder if the tapes were also destroyed during this process. I think it's crazy that Prospero really was trying to blackmail all the most wealthy and influential people. Genuinely an insane choice. But, you know, Prospero was, by at least description of his own family, a little bit crazy. Yeah, that business venture, I guess, would potentially make him a lot of money, but at what cost and for how long? No matter, he's the first of the family members to meet his end. I'm assuming his wife made an escape, and maybe that will be kind of like a connection point leading into the next story. Not that they need one, but maybe following Frederick's wife will lead into Frederick's demise in the next episode, or maybe that'll be their story. But I'm excited to see where this story goes from here. We got a brief glimpse of young Rodrick and his, I assume, wife or first wife, mother of his first 2 children. Annabelle was, of course, played by Katie Parker, who appeared in the Honeyville House, and of course, an incredible episode of Bly Manor. I really liked Annabelle. She seemed to be very grounded. She seemed to be, I don't know, like a normal person, as opposed to like a direct contrast to Madeline and her, I don't know if ambition's the right word, but like Madeline just had this like really intense, almost scary push toward Rodrick to change the world or whatever. His meeting with the boss at the time, played by Michael Trucco, love him. Still don't know if I'm saying his name right. Whoops, my bad. Yeah, I thought he gave a really great pitch. And I don't know. It's hard to say exactly why his boss rejected the idea, but doesn't change the fact he did. I suspect in just a short time in the future, he will regret having done so, either because he's going to lose power. I don't know what's going to happen on New Year's Eve, or maybe he dies. Will he live to regret it or just be dead? That's, I guess, the question I have in my mind. But at any rate, I'm loving all the pieces coming together here in the fall of the House of Usher, and I look forward to finding out how this story continues to develop in the next episode. Let me just say thank you so much for watching. I'm just so grateful to have you along this journey. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.